Good morning, everyone. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful and controversial poems of the 20th century, Daddy by Sylvia Plath. It's deeply emotional, confessional piece filled with anger, trauma, and liberation. It's intense, so I want us to approach it with sensitivity, but also with critical curiosity. Uh, Plath uses shocking imagery and metaphors that demand unpacking. So let's take a look at this. Let's begin by reading the poem together. Follow along as I read it aloud, or if you're comfortable, close your eyes and just listen. You do not, you do not, you do anymore. Uh, any more black shoe in which I have lived like a foot for 30 years, poor and white, barely daring to breathe or hachoo. Daddy, I have had to kill you. You died before I had time. Marble heavy, a bag full of God. Ghostly statue with one gray toe, big as Frisco seal. I'm going to stop right there. Take a minute and I want you to write down your immediate reaction, emotionally or intellectually. What stood out to you? What images or lines disturbed you or made you curious? All right, so let's take a look at this first line. You do not, you do not, you do not do any more black shoe. Let's break down this first stanza. What do you think she means when she says, you do not do, you do not do? Good. It's like an incantation, isn't it? A final statement. She's done with someone. Now, this black shoe, what's that image doing here? Yes, the shoe is a metaphor. She's been trapped. I've lived like a foot. Think about how powerless that image is. She's been stepped on, silence, confined, powerful opening, right? Okay, so I'm going to write a few words on the board. Father as oppressor, Holocaust imagery, identity crisis, psychological conflict. So let's talk about the most controversial aspect, the Holocaust imagery. She says, I have always been scared of you with your loof waffle, your gobbly-goo. Why might Plath compare her personal trauma to this historic atrocity? So if we look at it, she states this. Let's go back to the poem. Let's look at see where she puts that. By now, you guys should have read through it. Oh, if we look down, it says, I've always been scared of you with your Luftwaffe, your gobbly-goo, and your neat mustache, and your errant eyes, bright blue. Panzer man, oh you. So if you look at that, what is she comparing her personal trauma to? Plath's father was German. He died when he was 8. She felt abandoned, but also oppressed by his memory. Her anger is enormous, almost mythologized. Some critics argue this more about expressing. We also see her comparing him to a vampire, suggesting he's haunted her for years, even after his death. Let's look at this line. The vampire who said he was you and drank my blood for a year. Who is this likely referring to? Her husband, exactly. The poem merges the father figure with her husband, both of whom she felt betrayed by. It's part personal history, part poetic myth making. All right, good. So let's look at tone and resolution. How would you describe the tone of the poem? Angry, sarcastic, liberating? Yes, it's all of those things. And look how it ends. Daddy, daddy, you bastard, I'm through. She's severing the emotional tie. It's like an exorcism. This is a feminist act, a personal rebellion, and poetic explosion all in one. All right, so this poem is not easy to read, but it's essential for understanding confessional poetry and the emotional depths literature can reach. Plath didn't write to please. She wrote this to survive. So when we think of close reading, you need to take it line by line. It's always good to look at what the author is saying. Take it by, imagery, metaphors, all of the figurative languages, and of course, what each word is symbolizing. What are they wanting us to picture here? What is it actually meaning? So for homework, I want you to write a short reflection or response. Do you think the poem is more about Sylvia Plath's father or about herself? And I want you to use at least